Dan Hurley, we talked about this in our previous podcast. He met with the Lakers on Friday.
Yeah.
Apparently, they offered him a huge offer that, like in The Godfather, offer you can't refuse. You know what I'm saying? Like, so apparently, it was a $70 million deal for 6 years. That's what Rose reported. So, and that's a significant amount of money, generational type money, man. And
100%.
Dan Hurley said no. Dan Hurley said no. And that amount, I feel like it's worth it based on Dan Hurley's pedigree, his experience. This is a 2-time champion, and he chose to go back to UConn. I think it's a good decision. Do something that hasn't been done, like go like in a while, like 3-time champions, 3 times in this era.
Yeah,
we have seen that, and they could do it. They could do it.
Absolutely.
And I want to mention one more thing about Dan Hurley. I'm gonna let you go. He is in the midst of negotiating a contract with UConn. And remember, I said that.
Yeah.
Remember, I said that, bro. I was like, this is probably a place just to negotiate. And that news came out like, yo, he's still negotiating his contract with UConn. He's gonna stay in UConn.
Yeah.
But I thought it was a ploy to get the money up. Other people thought the same thing, so that's what it's looking like. But I got some more to say about these Lakers in a minute. But I'm gonna let you go. What's your thoughts about this?
I'm not surprised. I think that Dan Hurley is a great coach, and the Lakers were looking to make a change, do something new. But I think both of us have kind of like alluded to it. I just didn't see it happening, and I really didn't. If I was him, I would have did the same thing. I wouldn't have taken the offer, just because of like you said, he has something he's building over at UConn, back-to-back champions, first time in a long time, and B, the Lakers have, to me, some organizational issues that they need to resolve prior to, this. I mean, obviously, it's not going to happen prior to this, but, yeah, I'm not surprised by it. I think he has a better chance of, like, really doing something that he, like, can leave his mark on, if that makes sense, at UConn. Lakers, it's just so messy around the media and what gets released for them and all the rumors and everything. I get, like, I don't think that we doubted any of the candidates so far. We've talked about how, even like with JJ Redick, we think he could be a capable coach. We think Dan Hurley is obviously a capable coach, but it's more so about the hands in the pot thing and like who's going to do what with the Lakers. And then can you make it, like, you offer Dan Hurley 6 years, but realistically, if we're talking how the Lakers' track record has been over the past few years, if they don't do good after this year, is that it? If they don't do good in 2 seasons or make it past first round, second round, is he out of a job now and you just did all this to hire him for nothing? Because that's what it would look like to me. But I think they have to look at things, like I said, play the long term, find someone who's going to fit long term, that works with the current players and can help you develop the next few years post LeBron. Because that's what, to me, is going to be the most relevant thing for the Lakers in the next few years.
Yep. That's true.
But, the Lakers, man, here we go. It's still, NBA Finals going on. Lakers not playing, and they find a way back in.
Yeah, man. It's I'll say this too. I give them credit for like trying, and we talked about in the other podcast too about some of the benefits that Dan Hurley will bring to the Lakers. But we just question like what all the players buy into the system, but we know for sure it'll be good for the development of young players.
Yeah,
for
100%.
sure. But the Lakers as an organization tends to, it's an organization that doesn't really focus on development like that. And once they do, they trade those pieces away. And remind you, Brandon Ingram, Julius Randle,
Lonzo Ball,
D'Angelo Rosa. Yeah, but he's back on the team now. But he used to be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
like
they sent them away.
Exactly. So like you sent
Yeah.
these young pieces away. Can you imagine they had those pieces now? At least some of them. Like, but this is a team that focuses more on win now attitudes, which means bring in big names. You know, this is how they've been as an organization. So those two modules don't really connect. So that's why we were questioning it a little bit. But we saw the huge positives there would be for like potentially Bronny if he goes to the Lakers, right? But we give him credit for that. And Dan now gets some wings for life over there, man. So you give him wings for life. It's awesome. It's a Connecticut restaurant. They kept their promise, so that's cool.
Hey, you had me at wings. The money wasn't even. The money's second now.
It wasn't even a factor, huh? But yeah, shout out to that restaurant, man. That's cool. Dan Hurley, hope he gets a good payday, a well-deserved payday from UConn, and hopefully he does well. You know, pursuing another championship, man. 3 times, which will be, that'll be wild. But to get to the Lakers a little bit, I gotta mention this next part, bro. So now that we got here, now we gotta look at the posts, at the aftermath of all this. Okay, 1, whoever the coach is gonna be, they know what you're willing to offer. Will that coach? Now, will that coach be worth?
That's a good one.
$70 million. Now they know what you're willing to do. So, 1, that's not a good negotiation tactic. 2, now whoever comes in is like, no one ever likes being the second choice in anything.
That's true.
Relationships or whatever. You know, I have my eye on you, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not good to be the second choice for anything.
Yeah.
You know, that's not good. It's not good for building relationships and trust and all those things. Morale, all that. So, you kind of find yourselves in this situation now if you're the Lakers where it's tough. I think it's gonna be a little tough, man. Are you gonna offer the next coach $70 million, 6 years?
Right.
And if you don't, what is that gonna say? Are you being honest and transparent enough? You know what I'm saying? And if you're the other coach, how would they negotiate? Because now, what can they do? There's a report that came out that Jay Wright is a potential candidate for the head coaching position. Do you like that if you're the Lakers? James Borrego is still a candidate. JJ Redick is still a candidate. These are 3 names that we have seen reported. And they're going to do their first formal interview with JJ soon, apparently. And again, JJ is doing stuff after the finals. He's focused on the finals. Doing a great job, by the way.
Yeah, shout out JJ.
So, this is what the Lakers have going on. And the other thing I brought up too, when we talked about this, Shams and Woj. Shams taking the victory lap right now. Shams is taking the victory lap. Like, he was like, this is exactly what I said. So it's like, if we're gonna believe Shams, then I mean, I'm just saying we could have went without this news the whole time, to be honest with you. Especially if it turns out that he's not doing it. You know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, I feel like it did more harm than good now at this point. Especially as you try to negotiate your next contract with whoever your coach is going to be. And they're planning to have that coach solidified before the draft, which you should, because the draft is a very important process that the coach should be involved with. So
Definitely.
that's where the Lakers are. It's kind of terrible that they're in this situation right now, this late in the game. Because right now the coach should be working together with the staff to scout properly. You know what I'm saying? It's less time to do
100%.
Those things.
Yeah.
Because you're still trying to find the right name and the right fit. You can't get Darvin Ham. I mean, you weren't gonna get him before anyway. You fired him, but he just signed on to be with the Bucks, the top assistant coach there for Doc Rivers. Shout out to Darvin Ham. Yeah, someone else is available. I don't think they'll bring this person in, but Frank Vogel is available.
Oh my god.
Do you want to bring Frank
Fired
Vogel
him
back?
too, so
they fired him,
probably
but he's available.
Oh,
Championship head coach.
Nah.
I don't know, man. The point is, this is a very. If you're a Lakers fan, I don't know. I feel
messy.
It's tough. It's tough. It's tough if you're a Lakers fan, because you want to win now. At the same time, you want to make the right choice for the future. LeBron has at least 2 years in max left. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he plays long because he super gifted, man, superhuman, Superman over there. But everyone's thinking about maybe 2 years max. Anthony Davis, I don't know what he'll look like in 2 years. Will he really be your franchise player in 2 years? You know what I'm saying? Do you reset? This is a very interesting time for the Lakers franchise. Moment. It really is.
Yeah.
Because your roster is not good enough to contend right now. We'll have the offseason to digest and analyze and see what happens, but they say they'll build around them, bring in more complementary pieces. And to me, that's the primary thing that they need to do, because their roster is not championship contention type. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a good start. It's a good foundation, but you need more. So, and the other teams in the West are just going to get better. OKC is going to get better. Don't let Victor Wembanyama get it going. You know what I'm saying? And who they may bring in the off season.
Yeah.
There's lots of rumors about that, and if any of those rumors are true, Spurs are going to get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying right now. So, but the other more realistic team, Nuggets, are always going to be in contention. Mavericks, we didn't think they'd be here, but here they are. So, like, the West is tough.
T-Wolves coming back next year too.
T-Wolves, yes. Suns should always be contention.
Should be.
They should be.
Yeah.
That's another team I was thinking about. They really should be in contention. Oh yeah, the Grizzlies. They could easily come back.
Josh gonna be back next year. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, that's another team. So Rockets improve. They could take a playoff spot away from somebody. The Kings, Mike Brown. Like, the West is tough.
It's loaded.
And you need complementary pieces around you. So, like, Lakers fans, I don't know. That's those are my thoughts though. But whoever they bring in, you need to be transparent and honest enough. Like, hey, we're willing to offer you this much, this many years. It's just interesting. So, for example, what if it is JJ and he gets paid that money? They get paid automatically the top 6 head coaching salaries in the NBA. And I don't know if that's the most financially smart move, because again, we don't know.
There's no track record.
JJ hasn't been an assistant coach anywhere.
Yeah, not at the NBA level.
Not at the NBA level, yeah, but those are the only questions, man. He hasn't worked with the team. Steve Kerr, for example. Some people bring this example up, but Steve Kerr, people forget he worked in the front office, man. That's different. Steve Kerr. That's different with Steve Kerr. Who's another one? Like, who's another player turned coach, man? Do you think of another one? I know Steve Kerr is an example I heard often, but I'll be like, yo, the main point is that he worked in the front office before. That's different. he worked in the team dynamics and stuff like that. He had experience that way. But yeah, I can't think of any more on top of my head right now. But
that are head coaches right now.
I guess right now, or at least have been in the past. I guess. I guess I was trying to stick to right now, but I can't think of anything else right now.
I would say Jacques Vaughn, but he's not coaching right now.
No, he's not coaching anymore.
But he's, part of that San Antonio structure. Was an assistant, worked his way up, became a head coach. I want to say there are more, but like you said, man,
go through the process. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
get some sort of track to be on before you get to the track record is what is important. And yeah, man, I think the Lakers are just going to be in this phase because of the need to win now, but also you gotta look at the future. It's not LeBron's not going to be there forever. AD, like you said, I think obviously we know how good he is and how capable he is, but in 2 years, in a year, 2 years, it could be different. And then what are you going to do with the pieces that you have? That's what we're concerned with. And I'm just I just think it's a messy situation because you announce all this stuff, then he rejects the offer, but the offer is out there, and now it's yeah, man, I would, if I'm coming in to interview and get this position, I expect to be all right, you want to give somebody who's never coached the NBA that much, then I want to get something at least close to it.
Exactly. And JJ can make an argument. Hey, I'm a former player. I've been working with the league or around the league. I've been commentating for the finals. You know what I'm saying? Numerous podcasts, knowledge of the game. Hey, I can make an argument. Hey, I deserve to start right there. That's where we're starting the discussion.
Yeah.
Don't lowball me. No, you know what I'm saying? It's just
right.
It's tough.
I think you just kind of put yourself in a bad position because now it's I know you're famous in your Hollywood, but does everyone have to be a Hollywood reporter and know? I just think there's a better way to go about it organizationally. That's what me personally, that's if I was running an organization like a basketball team, an organization, I would do my best. And I know it's not all right, everything can be kept under wraps and, it's going to come out, right? It's part of what the reporter's jobs is to find out information, to give information to the public, blah, blah, blah. But I feel we always hear about what's going on with the Lakers, even when we don't want to. So,
I mean, it's just it is what it is.
It's the nature of the beast. To be fair,
it really is though. So,
but the Lakers just seem to be working with the beast a lot of the time, and that's all I'm gonna say.
It is what it is. They're a historic franchise, so it makes sense that there'll be a news cycle like that. But those are our thoughts. Who do you think would be next? Do you have any opinion who the coach should be at this point?
Honestly, I don't. I don't, because it's right now it's just a hard situation because it's all right, you got LeBron, so I'm sure he wants to win another championship. You got AD, very capable. You want to go for another championship, but at the same time, I just look at it as I think the window is closed, but they probably think let's go get it.
I say they got one more chance, man. The window's slightly ajar.
I feel like the window is if not shut, it's very close to
That's why I said it's slightly ajar, man. It's a little open. They got one more chance because again, we don't know what LeBron's gonna. It's another year. I fully believe LeBron be another All-NBA level type year because he's LeBron. He hasn't shown me anything to prove me otherwise. So. But I would have the same question. Although AD did a better job this year, shout out to AD, played a lot of games, but it's always be a question in the back of my head because of the injury history. Will he survive another year at a high level? These are all questions. And that's why I had a question will AD actually be your franchise player in 2 years? because all these injuries and stuff build up, man. It doesn't last. He's getting older.
Yeah.
So you probably want to just put chips in the basket and begin to rebuild. You got a chip out of this bunch. You got one. I mean, yeah. I say they messed up when they didn't keep the team from 2020.
100%.
That's where they messed up at. That's my opinion. But Lakers fans, y'all tell us your thoughts, man. Who you think will be the next head coach? I think we both predict based on Sean's reporting that it's gonna be JJ Redick.
Seems that way.
And it seems it's gonna be that way. And I don't mind seeing JJ coaching. We already had our thoughts about it and our talks about it. It's just there are other candidates out there that could do a good job. I'm always going to advocate for Sam Cassell.
Absolutely.
I think he been deserved the opportunity to coach. I'll always put Mark Jackson's name out there. You know, I think Kenny was going to coaching at one point. It was rumored one time with the Rockets, but I don't know. I would have liked to see how he does. If the inside the NBA goes away, maybe go into coaching. I don't know. But although that would be another former player type thing, it's a little bit different because he's more. I don't know. Kenny has done a lot of different things with basketball development. He has his academy and stuff like that.
NBL too.
Oh, he does?
He's I don't know if he's a consultant, but he's working with the NBL to kind of make a new program that allows high school students to go to the professional level before they go to the NBA type of thing.
Right. And I would make a similar argument for him to be a coach, same way as I said for JJ, like knowledge around the game, all this stuff, asset to the game that way. But I don't think Kenny has experience coaching though, at least not on the NBA level. So it'd be a similar situation. But he has a little bit more pedigree though to his name.
Yeah, for sure.
As another former champion too. So I don't know, man. It's just tough. I would love to see Sam Cassell. And I would be happy because I know he can do it. But it's just that I don't know if that's just a big enough name, though, for Lakers fans.
Sam Cassell's a winner, though. That's what I do now.
He is. I like Sam Cassell.
At both levels.
Yeah. Or do you take a chance on another unknown coach that could potentially do well? I don't know. I don't know.
We'll see. But y'all let us know what y'all think about this Dan Hurley rejecting the Lakers and maybe who they'll interview next.